Nice rated map, you were saying, Hawker, in the break, and we're looking forward to hopping into this one. Navi gonna be over on that CT side, Virtus.pro over on the T side, starting off this Inferno affair. And it's a quick play down middle coming in here from Navi.
Is that man Electronic spearheading it? Simple in the meantime, looking into second mid, but Electronic has snuck all the way in.
Ooh, Electronic is deep in Yakindar, he checks it. And now he's looking for further players in middle. Boomich has got involved with a headshot, and Buster, what a chaotic pistol round this is. The mid control going back and forth, but Navi, they maintain the top mid control, but they've lost B.
A good response here from Virtus.pro. First, it was that flash from Jame over the top. It got Electronic out of that position initially, and then they realized with that mid-aggression, Banana is probably the weakest point on the map. They pounce quickly, and now they have 2 mollies for the post-plant. This is great for Virtus.pro.
And the time ticks on as Sanji looks deep down into spawn. Simple will be the player there. James is going to get across, and now they're all together. Virtus.pro, the strength in numbers, the flock mentality. Can they shut down the rest of Navi coming in? Perfecto and Simple, low in HP, and that Molotov, that is the death sentence right there. And they even have a second. So Navi, impossible to pull this one off. They're going to back away, dropping into CT spawn. Luckily, Bit is the player that has the high HP, and he's going to find himself a couple of kills up on the exit. Simple does die to the bomb, but Virtus.pro win the pistol round.
Good aim today from Bit. Even in those kills that are inconsequential at the end of the round, he shows off some solid aim on both of them. And now he's going to go ahead and buy a FAMAS. Is to have dropped it for one of his teammates. He's taken a Deagle instead. Navi will just slowly but surely figure out who gets what weapon. No surprise to see Simple being the one man to get the rifle ahead of this force buy.
You were talking about Bit. We'll see if he can continue that performance. Inferno was one of the maps he was initially integrated in for Navi, one of his comfort grounds, I would say. So heading out of Dust 2 into this performance, we're looking forward to seeing that continue. And so far, so good for Navi at the start of this round. The force buys paid off for the initial kill. Buster has been picked out of the round. Virtus.pro is still channeling into Banana. They still want to go B. Currently, it is Perfecto here, just shoulder peeking with the smoke at the ready. I should try and buy them some extra time as long as it deploys. And BP, are they going to respect it? The answer is no. They're going to charge right through the smoke, and Perfecto will be under pressure because of that. Ticker was blinded by his teammate's flashbang, but just tried to dive on in, and Perfecto having a fantastic round here. This FAMAS is stepping up, and finally Sanji getting something, but there's still 4 more players to find, and Navi come back swinging in the force buy.
They threw 2 smokes at coffins, Dinko. 2 smokes at coffins. No smoke for CT. Oh no, Virtus.pro mess up their nades. You need that CT smoke there. They would have had easy access to the bomb site. Perfecto has a clear line of sight. His teammates all behind him. They don't have a smoke left. That is a big blunder from Virtus.pro. And that is one that it honestly makes me kind of scared for the coordination of this team. You know, we've said they've been in poor form lately. Those are silly mistakes that you cannot afford to make, especially in such an important early round.
And that's just worrying moving forward, honestly, for Virtus.pro. You've got to see a tighter ship from them. I mean, it hasn't been the best of results recently for VP, right? They're in a bit of a slump. They're on a bit of a downturn from the results, from the highs of the Katowice final to not really making it deep in Pro League. Made it through the playoffs. They went 3rd in their group and find themselves not winning the FunSpark ulti. In fact, going out at bottom. So it's not really been a great time for Virtus.pro, and you would love to be able to get off to a good start here at DreamHack Masters. And Navi, he stopped them from getting the conversion round after the pistol. Now Virtus.pro looking to try and bite back with what they've got. It's a couple of upgraded pistols.
I love that MP9 skin from Boomich. I think it's called the Bulldozer, actually, which kind of fits well with Boomich.
Yeah, there's a bright yellow one as well over on the Creek skin as well. You would probably like that one, Alex.
I just like it with the Navi stickers. Like, you gotta go for it.
It looks good. I mean, if you're playing for Navi, you almost have to get that skin, right?
On brand, on point. Will it work in this round, though? He's already down below half health as the B plays at the ready.
Not Simple. I'll try and play, but it's Boomich that's been able to find the kill. And over the top, Boomich has had enough. He wants to go with the Bulldozer and take down a couple of players, and he's done exactly that. Again, if you're a VP, you've still got to flush out Perfecto at the back of the site. And Simple's dive through, looking for the 3K. Good spray control. Good kills against the pistols. And Na'Vi up 2-1.
Solid stuff from Simple. Boomich also just getting aggressive early and kind of keeping VP in that mouth of banana, right? Not allowing them to get that close to the site initially. Simple does have to take one closer range fight, but then a couple of the other VP players are further away, and you want to keep your distance with that rifle. So Boomich's prior aggression with the SMG kind of helps Simple have some longer range fights with the M4, which is always ideal. And after what was going to look like a strong start for Virtus.pro, Na'Vi are the ones who should be getting 3 rounds early.
And Sanji with the headshot. Simple. Down and out. A good player to find early on. His first death dealt to him on Inferno so far. He actually had a bomb plant death in the pistol, but obviously that doesn't come up on the stat line. Sanji looking for the fight. A boiler bit. Let's fall away back into short, and Perfecto even closer to that top mid smoke with the Tech 9. I think now we're just trying to find some close-up positions where you can try and deal some damage once Virtus.pro come into, and Virtus.pro are taking their time. They love to run the clock down, even here in these kind of rounds, right? They just like to draw out some of that utility. Use this as a bit of a talking point, Hawker. You mentioned that before.
Always nice when the economy game is so tight nowadays. It can make a big difference in the long run. There's another smoke used by Na'Vi, this time late in the round though. Only 32 seconds remaining. VP don't have any nades of their own, but they are about to make their play into A, and there's only 2 CTs here to stop them.
Well, Perfecto is just chilling right now at long, and here comes the wrap from Virtus.pro. They're going to try and put the players into the A site, and Perfecto, he's got bit in pit. Try and help him out. Good kill from Perfecto. Good reposition, a second kill, but he does go down eventually, and the bomb's down in the open. That does leave Sanji alone. 3 seconds left in the timer now, and Sanji gets over the top with a headshot. A second locked in as well, and it is down to the 1v1 there. It got a little bit worrying, but of course with the time, there was no chance for Sanji. He gets into the corner. He stays alive after the time, so he gets to keep the FAMAS. But Virtus.pro, you know, going into this round, they would have liked a little bit of action on the bomb plant, maybe find themselves some extra cash, but here comes semblance of a buy. They've got the AKs out.
This is where we'll see what their gun rounds are made of. For Virtus.pro, I think as much as Yakindar is known for his aggression, on this T side, it's actually often Buster who's going to be running up banana early. It's more the CT side where Yakindar takes that initiative, and we are already seeing Buster thrown straight into the action on banana. This is a war zone right now.
Inferno Ridge is on, as the smoke will go up on top of the fire. Na'Vi, I think what a lot of people have kind of figured out when you're playing against VP, and Yanka was touching on this morning, just before this game started, about the fact that, you know, you can figure out VP if you know once you've played them a few times, once they played in a few tournaments, you've got a few demos to look at. If you're going to be going for the slow T side, Yanka was saying, you know, you are just going to see teams hang on to their utility. And right now, Na'Vi still have a couple of incendiaries left, but they did use up a few pieces in towards banana, but they still got some left heading into under a minute, 55 seconds now in play.
Yeah, pretty ballsy call from Na'Vi to keep 4 on A here. They lost banana. There was some presence there from VP. They were even peeking into the B bomb site. Could be the right call though, because Virtus.pro are still having a little look at top mid, but now they start to run back, and this is where Perfecto could be put under pressure as the solo holder on the B site. He's got to get multiple kills here.
And with the weight of the round, it lies on this young man's shoulders. Can he hold on for the attack of Virtus.pro? Multiple players coming into his position. Perfecto, a lot of pressure. He hasn't quite been given the chance to get a kill yet. They don't even know he's here. He's going to peek out, denies the bomb plant, gets a second kill as well. Perfecto! He eats them for lunch, and he goes back for some more on the USP. Sanji finally overruns him, but with the time on 5 seconds and the bomb down on the coffins. And it's Virtus.pro who once again will run dry on the timer.
Great play from Perfecto under the time pressure. He realizes he can sit back. No mollies left for VP, so they can't flush him out of that position. They overlook the position entirely, though. Buster's looking at Ruins, not looking back at the site. Finally, Kicker tries to come in to clear it, but it's too little, too late. Got to give props to Perfecto for lining them up, but for Virtus.pro, as you said, not only are you running the clock down low, but you're not even watching the positions that haven't been cleared on the site. It is not looking great for them right now. On their map pick, we've had a couple of off rounds early. That's got to change here because this is starting to get pretty good for Na'Vi. They've already got a 4-1 lead, and they've got a good chance to extend it because this force buy from Virtus.pro is an all-in buy.
They've got to have some confidence in this if this is the case, right? You've got to be able to pull something out. You can't have another round like that where you just sit around and you don't really do a whole lot, right? You don't even have that much map control. They were sort of posturing towards A late into the round, and then they decided to just tuck up tail and go back up banana. And you left yourself with such little time, they couldn't clear all the positions. It's a different story if you're playing slow and methodical and you're clearing every corner and clearing every angle and limiting all the positions. But if you're just running the time down low and then committing into a site without really knowing if it's clear, that's not the way you want to be going about things. And Virtus.pro with 50 seconds left start to gather outside of the A site. Currently 3 players over here for Na'Vi.
Yeah, and they're still not baiting out enough CT utility. You know, they try and fake that B presence early, but Na'Vi don't really bite. They don't really use many nades, and here comes the flash. Simple lines up a couple of early kills. He's got more where that came from, though, because his teammate Electronic is ready to pounce. Double spray from Long. Both those players combining for kills. Sanji might be able to get a bomb plant, but it's a 1-on-3.
Yeah, Sanji once again in this situation. He's always been the last remaining player. This time he's going to try and win the round out for his team. A bomb plant finally coming in for VP, but again, Sanji just pressured by the Molotov. Good, restricted his mobility, couldn't fall back, couldn't go into a better position, and then they just have to take the fights, and Na'Vi just have expendable players. So Sanji, at least he gets the bomb plant, he gets 1 kill, but Na'Vi are definitely in the driver's seat right now in Inferno.
I think the early portion of this round really, for me at least, caught me on to just how little Na'Vi are expecting these early plays. Like Boomich had, sorry, not Boomich, Perfecto had that molly in his hands over on the B site. Virtus.pro kind of feigned some presence into B. They put a flash and a molly down, but Perfecto didn't even reply with a molly or a nade. He eventually just put a smoke down, and there was a lot of utility left in that retake even. 20 seconds left when the bomb was planted. Sanji stuck in a molly at the end of the round. Let's hope VP can figure this out, because at least with the bomb plant, they can get another buy at the ready ahead of round number 7.
Oh, Bit. Good kill on the Sanji. Just tuck in, tuck out. And Bit, I mean, I'm loving the progression of this player, Hawk. You know, we were doing some analysis of him a while ago, and we would watch how he would play long a little too passively, a little bit too tepidly, and now he's feeling it, right? He's all over the place. He's playing much more dynamic. He's hitting every shot. It's great to see the development of Bit.
It might give him some more confidence being named as the proper 5th of this team. It's got to be a big confidence boost when you look at the teammates alongside you.
Yeah, it kind of shows that they believe in you. They believe in the project with you involved. And I mean, the CIS region is so deep with talent, and Bit is hanging here. He is showing that he has got that individual ability.
This looks better for Virtus.pro. Only 2 CTs on A, and they're not really that committed to the A site right now.
Yeah. You can smoke off the long side right now. You have 2 or 3 available, and now Bit's going to peek out, and, well, he loses the fight. Kicker will take him out of the round, and now it's just Electronic with all of the world on his shoulders for them. He's only managed 2 kills going into this round. He's up to 3 now, but got his teammates starting to rotate over, but Electronic gives up his position. Yukindar comes in with the headshot, but it's Simple now, who has filled in the hole on the A side. Can he patch it up? Can he win the round for them? A second kill from Simple. He looks to close out the round on its own. He puts Jam into the 1v3, and he'll get one through the smoke. Jam looking for another. He's got the second onto Simple. He's looking for the 1v1 clutch, and back in middle is Boomich. So Jam could pull off this round. He's looking down into short, back up to the library. And Boomich starts to walk and creep up behind him. This would be an incredible clutch from Jam. He's going to flick down surely at this point. Big flick. It's a miracle from Jam. A huge clutch out of nowhere. A 1v3.
That's what they were waiting for. Jame was yet to get a kill before that round, but boy, oh boy, did he make the most of his first 3 kills of the game. This looked like the round-winning play. Simple got ahead of the smoke, landed the initial headshot, even got a second one, but Jame gets a slither of that first player, takes the quick shot, and then this final flick. How fast is that? Straight down onto Boomich. Not an easy shot to hit, but he made it look easy. And now Na'Vi's money is on the verge of being broken. They only have a single rifle in this round, and even that's just a FAMAS on Perfecto.
Yeah, and that just shows you how much of an important round and an important clutch that was out of Jame, right? There was a big swing round that puts the economy of Navi on the ropes, and now there's a chance for VP to come back and compete in this first half. It's been a pretty difficult road for them. It's been difficult to watch in some of these rounds, but now they're up with an opportunity. And they're going over the coffins. Perfecto. Down to 28 HP. That is meaty.
Might be part of the reason why they put that smoke down at the top of Banana, wanting to exchange the weaponry, give Bit a go with the FAMAS, having the full health. Issue is, yet again, there are only 2 CTs on the A site. This time they are more coordinated though. Electronic and Simple should have a better shot at working together, and Bit is rotating over to A at just the right time, but he might be stuck behind smokes.
Ooh, and Molly didn't quite go into the cubby. It is effective, but it does hold Ikindo back for the meantime. With 30 seconds left, it's not like Virtus.pro had too much time to play with now. They're going to smoke off Archway and Library and put pressure onto the weaker weapons inside of the site. Bit trying to spray through. It's going to be Electronic on the first, Simple on the Deagle. Looking for more if possible. He hasn't been able to land the shots just yet as Bit has come in. It's the FAMAS stepping up, and Navi, they might just be getting themselves another crucial round here. Virtus.pro, they can't afford to throw away opportunities like this. Sanji commits to the plant, but Perfecto is running him down. Sanji somehow gets away alive. He gets the headshot on Boomich, now under pressure. Another one from Sanji. Can he step up and be the hero in this round? He's jiggling, he's using the cover, but Perfecto with the deagle. He comes through for Navi. What a crazy round, and one Virtus.pro will be kicking themselves about losing.
I don't know if Sanji didn't have a pistol or tried to switch to it or what happened at the end there, but he looked flustered, trying to go for the full reload as it comes into the one-on-one. Perfecto was so low, but obviously couldn't have known it. 7 bullets here as he turns around for this headshot. And then at the end, the dig in above eventually finishes the job. Really tight run thing, but I think the main factor in that round was Bit getting through that arch smoke, getting through that library smoke. I think he got 2 kills as the push was coming to the site. That was so important for Na'Vi, because if that didn't happen, I don't think they hold the site so comfortably, but he gets some really important impact, and now this game is really heating up. Both teams with almost no money left behind ahead of round number 9.
Oh, the Molly. Gonna burn them out, and Boomich with the headshot onto Kickert. They tried to get an opening with that, but it's Navi that have been able to grab the opening. Oh, that nade's quite chunky as well. Lands onto 3. And Boomich has just transitioned back into CT spawn. Plenty of players here, and he switched positions with Simple, and he's going to go into the peak. Yakindar pulled out.
Perfecto sitting back on triple, but they're going for the contact play. Simple may not have spotted that man so close in. Buster's already snuck his way into pool. Na'Vi need to make sure they're aware of that fact, and now they put down the defensive smoke. I think they should be aware of the possibility. Yeah,
Perfecto playing at the pillar. They're going to try and spam through and try and get rid of him here. That would make things much easier if they can take the control of the site. But with Perfecto inside of the site, it somewhat limits what Virtus.pro can do here, because now they have to try and fight against Simple as well. And as soon as that happens, Perfecto peeks out. Boomich sprints through CT, and he is loving this MP9.
Absolutely. That SMG having some good impact in a couple of these rounds now. Virtus.pro decide it's finally time for a tactical timeout. The only player fragging right now is Sanji, and that is not what you normally want to see out of this VP squad. We've seen some of these players have incredible carry performances. Yakindar, Jame, Buster and Kicker have had their moments previously. None of them have really showed up so far in this one. What a conversation here from Na'Vi. Great to see. I mean, they're winning rounds. They're still clearly trying to stay one step ahead of their opponents.
Yeah, looks like Blade's having a good input at the minute. Seems like the opposite over for VP right now. Our coach quiet in this one. Sanji had a close encounter, nearly a big clutch for him that probably would have saved the day for VP in this first half, would have kept their dreams alive, but they've ended up losing that round, and now they're back down to what seems like a pretty weak buy when you take everything into account. They have got that 1 AK, and taking a look at the bank account of Sanji, I wonder where that's come from.
Ooh, poor Sanji has nades and a clock. At least give him a pistol.
It's like those police training officers, you give them like little wooden guns. Sanji, you're not trusted with real weapons yet.
That would definitely be me. Oh dear. Boomich! Oh my goodness, he nearly messed that up. At least gets 1 kill on Banana, but at least Sanji should now get an upgrade. Give him something.
There we go, give him something. Toss him the scraps.
Is he not going to go get a better gun? Come on, Sanji, you deserve this. You deserve something like a Deagle, an MP9, anything.
I feel like the whole Counter-Strike scene at this point is just going to have to try and show Sanji his worth as a person, man. Everyone needs to get behind this guy. Well, he'll still be using the Glock. That's Sanji's role. And now they're throwing the bomb onto him as well. He's kind of the mule for the team. He just carries everything for them. And now it is going to be Virtus.pro walking back up Banana, leading the charge. It's Jim on the AK. They have 1 smoke available on Jim, so that could be used up. Buster also has 1, and Sanji's throwing his first. So once Na'Vi get the information, the utilities coming in, they'll throw their counter utility. The flash pops off over the top of the coffins, and that's Perfecto waiting for it. He's got the lineup, he's got 3. Yukindar, Buster, and Jim out of the round. And Sanji, he can't even get it! No! So close, but yet so far. But a good gun will never touch the fingers of Sanji.
That's one of the saddest rounds of Counter-Strike I've ever seen. My God.
Even when he's so close, he's so
I feel for him. I feel for him. Oh, he's the only one getting kills as well. Like, it's not like he's bottom fragging.
Someone needs to make like a sad violin montage of that round, honestly, because that was something. And then they just get 3-man sprayed down by Perfecto as well. And then a 4K to close it. Well done, Perfecto. Good setup, good counter utility. But we're into an important round. All jokes aside, it's Bit who has been taking a lot of damage on board at the start of this round. He's tossed over the AWP, and what we've seen on Dust 2, we know he's capable of wielding this to success.
Especially in those spots where you just have to hold the angle. And I think you can do that on A-Long. There are a couple of different angles you can fall back to. 8 over the top. Nice damage onto Buster. Down to 28 health. He is just living that life right now. When you're that first man in up Banana, that's going to happen to you. Na'Vi's nades have been excellent, though. Has to be said. They had that round where they even mollied close to the half wall. That was a really nice switch up to have in there when Boomich went in for the aggressive fight. A lot of the nades have been effective. It's all been looking good for Na'Vi on these B-sided nades.
And as the apartments play from Electronic and Simple, they're walking through the hallways, they will realize it is empty, and Sanji, his story might just get even sadder as Electronic and Simple, the bullies on the playground, are pretty close by, and Simple is going to catch him with his pants down. Sanji out of the round. Now with 37 seconds left, here comes the play for VP. Once again, a late round play into the B side, and Na'Vi have 3 players in CT spawn. They're ready for this.
A 1-man boosted. As soon as Boomich spots them, I expect the spray through the smoke from below, but it hasn't connected from Perfecto. Unable to get the kill through the smoke, but they go for it again.
Oh, the boost up. They might not expect the secondary boost. Simple's up here, spraying away. Gets the second. Oh, Simple. 3 kills. Decimates their chances. And that is Virtus.pro falling by the wayside. They did not expect the second boost up from Na'Vi.
Just a demolition job from Simple on the B-bomb site. Everything had to go. Everyone had to be blown up. Beautifully done.
The second kill, he just about got Hawk on the fallback. I think he just nearly looked like he got around the corner there, but yeah, just amazing stuff from Simple.
A little bit stressed, but he's got a bit of a smile on his face too. He knows this game is going great for them. And Navi should know that Virtus.pro didn't get the bomb plant and therefore don't have much money. They go for the half-wall smoke to try and up the pace into this B-bomb site.
Oh, perfecto. With the itchy landing perfectly on Yukindar. And Boomich through the smoke walks away with the soul of Kicker.
I'm loving these nade protocols. I wonder if that's something they worked on in this boot camp. They said they had 8 days before this tournament to get things up to speed. Maybe it's fresh in their minds exactly what they need to do because these nades have always been on point.
I think we do need to talk about as well, Alex, over on the Virtus.pro side. Just look at the kill count, right? Sanji's up 13-9. The rest of the team are on 4 kills. You got 4 kills for Jim and Yukindar and 3 on Kicker, 2 on Buster. It just has not been a very high-fragging game at all from them.
Just think of the rounds they've won. They won the pistol round and then that ridiculous 1v3 for Jame.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no repeatability there.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. You can't do anything with that. And Navi have just been crushing them in bit. This is why he's been most comfortable for Navi out this long position on the CT side. This is why he's been doing a lot of work, and you can see just calling for electronic. Once bit had been damaged up, doesn't want to reface, so calls for the reinforcements, the backup, the substitute, all the electronic. He had the health, goes for the peak, and it's 10-2 as Navi are up double figures on their CT side of Inferno. I'm absolutely loving this. And you know, you talked about the bootcamp of Navi. Virtus.pro have been on bootcamp for a while, right? They were on bootcamp for that tournament, the Funspark ulti. They had 4 players on bootcamp apart from Yukindar. Now, obviously, Yukindar hasn't been able to go and play with them due to the travel situation, but, I mean, this isn't looking that well drilled for VP.
Nice shot from Simple. Taking initiative into second mid, and it's the only man that's been fragging who's out of the round. Sanji, the first to fall in this one. Map control can be taken back by VP at a minimum. Not really a fair trade for losing an early player, but before Simple back towards A, they'll also get banana control, but Simple has already rotated, and this is that active AWPing we love to see from Simple. Yukindar tries to fight, but Bit is there to meet him. Now Simple's coming back to A. He just wants to get involved everywhere. Poor chicken.
Yeah, it's not great right now. Everybody's getting massacred on the servers, as long as you're not on Navi. And Jame, not trying to make a play. We pulled out America a little bit earlier on, should I say, but he hasn't been in a great scenario recently. You know, he's hasn't really been doing a whole lot. This would be a good round to pull out. Collectively, the 2 remaining players for VP have 6 kills in 13 rounds, so not looking so good for them. Good flash coming out here from Simple. Should allow the peek out from his teammate Boomich, but it's not really worked out there. Boomich has not spotted them. The timing's not great, and so Buster has a chance to run into the site. Smoke up towards the back of the site. Again, Perfecto has been doing this a lot, just smoking out, playing in behind it. Creates a much longer corridor he can play with, and you can see just playing to perfection. Navi have got this B site on lockdown.
It has been a lot of B plays from VP too. I mean, in that round, it's a 2v5. It's always unlikely. Still looking good for Navi. This game looking good too. 7-7 between Mouse Sports and FaZe Clan. 2 European squads battling it out. Definitely a matchup a lot of people will be keeping their eyes on. If you want to keep your eyes on it, check out the B stream over at ESL_CSGO B. For now though, round 14. Let's hope that VP can get something going here. We need a couple more rounds at the end of the half, and that's more like it. Yukindar with the early shot down mid.
And it looks like it's electronic with the headshot onto Jame. That's a trade back, and VP will not be happy about what looked like a decent enough start, right? You get a small opening, you get a small chance, but just plucked out. Now round 14 will become a slow one again for VP as they just sit back and bide their time. And I have to say, you know, Navi have done a very good job of just hanging on to that utility into the late rounds. And Electronic has had enough of this. He wants to go and find these kills before Virtus.pro even have a chance to come near them. And Bit on the double kill. Buster and Sanji both laid down, and it's just Yukindar. Another quiet individual performance from him and everybody on the team, right? He was saying that in the pre-game interview coming into this one. The one Frankie was kind of saying, alluding to the fact that, you know, Yekindar didn't sound so confident in that pre-game interview, and she's 100% correct, right? You know, he's talking about how there has been some of these lack of individual performances, shall we say, coming in from Virtus.pro, and it's another one of those matchups here on Inferno.
Yeah, that interview, the words that Yekindar was saying, if you just looked at a transcript of what he was saying, it sounds like something that someone who was confident would say. It was just like the way he said it. I just didn't believe it. I honestly didn't believe it, really. It didn't sound like he wanted to say, yeah, we're going to come into this tournament and win everything. He was more like, yeah, we feel kind of okay. Just not as confident as you'd want.
It didn't really sell it to you, Hawker. And what has certainly been sold to me is this Navi CT side. I think at this point, they're so confident, they're so comfortable. They've had enough of just waiting and playing with good utility. They're just going into them. They're just going for those fights because they want to close it out quicker. And everybody's feeling it on Navi. There's a couple rounds we do sweat it a little bit earlier on, but now it's just a well-oiled machine. We'll see if Virtus.pro have anything up their sleeve. Now they've got the gun rounds. I mean, I'm not really expecting much up their sleeve. I just want something different.
Simple was even just giving them a round of applause. That's how well they're playing. Looking
it's good to hype up your own teammates, right?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, that's what we do for you, Hawker, you know? And celebrate the victories.
Well, hopefully VP will hype up that kill from Kicker. It was a nice one, but he's trapped in top banana, and Bit has already arrived on the rotate. Smoke goes down, but Buster goes through it.
Yeah, now Bit. He's still lurking around in the shadows, though, and Buster's on the site. Electronic gets boosted up again. Once again, VP getting caught by the boost. Buster was alone, and now the A play, the real play comes in, and this time, they've got to test Simple. He's got the AWP in the middle of the site, and Sanji's about to come on in. Simple holding for the close walkout, and that's the first on a Sanji. Can he get a follow-up? Jim is holding. Jim is holding for the secondary peak of Simple. It finally comes in, and Yekindar sparks into life. They've got a chance here for a third round, VP. And James got into the pit. Yekindar sitting outside.
Another smoke from James about to land at long. That forces Na'Vi into short. They can't risk going through that smoke. Both players trying to stick together, but only a single flash for them to work with.
Getting rid of James in the pit is going to be difficult, but that flash has been perfect. That's pushed him off the angle. And now James just looking for the peak. Yekindar's dropped from the apartments into the site. He's got a molly as well for that post plant. Kill from Yekindar's in. He's looking for the fight. He's got the second kill. It's 12-3. It's a Navi story right now. We'll see if it continues into the second.
You're my best friend, best friend. You're my best friend, best friend. You're my best friend, best friend. Everything's better when we are together.
Am I wasting time? 'Cause I'm already 'cause you're the thing I want. I know you're feeling different when you're stressed out, but even with no makeup you still stand out, 'cause no one makes me feel the way you do now, like you do now. The way that you move your body, you make it look like a hobby. Every time that you touch me, it's electricity. Things we discovered underneath last night's covers, everything came so easy. It's electricity. Electricity. Whoa. It's electricity.
It's Navi domination here on Inferno. They're having a great time mauling Virtus.pro. Their T side for VP didn't really inspire much confidence, didn't really inspire us at all, Hawker. And now they've got the difficult task of pulling back a 3-12 scoreline. It's not looking good for VP, and I think that's an understatement.
Wow, they won the first half pistol. They couldn't win the follow-up rounds, though. They've got to do that here, starting their CT side. Molly and a flash for Kicker. No kit for Virtus.pro, and no real chance for them, according to the 1xBet odds. They are heavy underdogs now, understandably. Hopefully, for their sake, they can try and turn that around here. Flash goes in early. Simple waiting, but it's Sanji to open things up.
Bit coming down Boiler. Before a pick up onto James' head, and he'll come in for the headshot. It's a 5v3 right now for Virtus.pro. A good start to the pistol round, and Electronic trying to claw that back for a... Now, V's got a chance here around the corner. Buster available. As Electronic looks to pounce on him, he's got Perfecto coming in through the underpass as well. So eventually Buster is going to go down here, and whether it's not it's from Electronic or Perfecto, but it did take a long time. It wasn't pretty, but Perfecto gets the headshot. Buster is pulled out, and we find ourselves in a 3v3, and VP, they're tied up. Yakinda and Sanji are on 18 and 9 HP, and they're going to run it into the B bomb site. There is 2 low HP players here.
Smoke at the ready for Boomich. Will go into CT, but the push won't be followed up on instantly. James has pushed all the way round.
Oh, no.
He may hear those steps, but he can't do much about them pushing up top mid. He's just going to have to let them go onto the A bomb site. And Na'Vi have found the gap. That's a great call in the mid round to go back to A and get a free bomb plant.
Yeah, I love that from Navi, right? They're giving themselves the best chance to win this pistol. They've pulled back what was a great start for Virtus.pro. And if you're Jim, you feel completely helpless right there. You hear the footsteps, but you're nowhere near to be able to delay or bring down a player. So now it comes down to the retake, and they start to come in. Perfecto up on top of the barrel, spots the shadow of Jim, and now looking for the fight. But there's 2 players around that corner, so Perfecto, oh, he gets one. Boomich follows up with a second, and it's just Sanji left alone in this 1v3, one that he realizes is a done deal. And Virtus.pro, even when they're looking good, Hawker, they cannot get the round wins.
Looked so good to start with. Getting that push down mid. I like the confidence. I like the idea to just go aggressive. Boomich is going to go up with the bomb, but it doesn't matter too much. Na'Vi win the all-important pistol round. Virtus.pro unable to capitalize. And Natus pointed out previously, Buster was having a pretty tough time in that first game. He ended as the bottom fragger. Here it's been even worse for him. Only 2 kills on the board. I think he was the man involved in that extended fight down mid. He has had that tough task of trying to entry up Banana on some of these rounds. It's not an easy role to accomplish, especially when it's going against you. But here comes Virtus.pro's Force Spy. They've just got to go out for everything right now, Dinko. They've got to go all in on this round. Just hope they win it.
That's a mid-play from Yakinda, some aggression being shown, and he's won the battle against Simple. He was looking into the apartments, wasn't expecting that mid-push to come in from Yakinda. And they've lost an early player for Navi, and they haven't been able to trade it back. So that's the start you're looking for if you're VP.
Kindar not taking his native position on Banana. Switches it up for this round. Definitely don't mind it. Sanji almost dealt with. Down to 10 health as Electronic dishes out the damage. Smoke arriving on the B site, but with Buster being on top of the boxes, I think he'll realize that's a fake smoke. In comes Yakindar, though, swinging for a second kill, and even though Sanji falls, he does some damage before going down.
It's Virtus.pro still up a player. And currently Na'Vi have got a 2-1 setup with Perfecta still in banana. And the rest of the two players still top middle. And eventually Perfecta's going to come back. But Jim, a nice headshot. A little peek out with a 5-7 right between the eyes of Electronic. Now with 30 seconds left, Bit starts to walk up closer and closer into the position that currently contains two players. It's Yakindar and James stuck in the pit, and they've got a good setup to try and deal with this, but Bit is over the top, and they've turned this into fights they can win, and Bit is so clean. The little headshot, the one tap, and he gets a follow-up as well. Okay, Bit, this could be a highlight play for you. Plants the bomb right down into the middle of the site. Now trying to wrap around the right side. His Buster up short, and Bit cannot get it done. He couldn't find the follow-up, but damn, that was clean. He was showing some displays of great aim right there.
Yeah, the taps, the burst to the head. Buster was one man too many, though. Credit to Buster, who's not been having a great game, for making sure he wins the all-important 1v1 for his team. This initial kill just jumping over the top. Bit had to do it all by himself. Knew where this second player was. Once he got this kill, he heard the shots, closes in on the position. These headshots were lovely, but Buster was able to just about take it over the line for Virtus.pro, and hopefully that can lead to something a bit more consistent. It's just bought the AK, though, straight up, and I love that, Dinko. You're playing for Na'Vi? Yeah, just go ahead and buy the AK. You're the one landing the shots right now.
He is indeed, and he's got himself an early kill. Can he get the follow-up? The answer is no. It was just too many players to deal with on that apartment's push, and I like that from VP. I like that they're taking those fights. It's exciting to watch, and it is a trade for trade. We find ourselves in a 3v3 situation, but Na'Vi, I think we'll be pretty happy about that because there still is an AK obviously available to pick up, and you have weakened the defense a good bit here.
There you go, M4 as well. You can get into the apartments, you can nick some guns.
So Na'Vi are going to be loving that. From the perspective of winning the round for VP, it's maybe not worked out as well as they would have liked. Na'Vi will not be complaining.
Still 1 minute left on the clock for Na'Vi to play with. It's really hard for Virtus.pro to know how to set up right now. You have to leave one player on one of the bomb sites. You really have no information to make that decision. You kind of have to just have a hunch. Use your instinct. Their instinct might be right this time round. They've rotated a second man over to B. They're comfortable leaving the AWP of James solo holding A. And that gives them a rifle and an SMG at the ready on the B bomb site.
Smoke into CT, simple, running forward. His teammates jumping in front of him, trying to create a little bit of space and noise that will be heard by Sanji and Buster, but can they do anything about it? Buster certainly can. A double kill onto Perfecto and Simple, and now Boomich into the clutch. 1v2, committing to the plan. That's heard, it's spammed, and Sanji gets his kill. Another headshot added to the collection for Sanji, and a 5th round for Virtus.pro.
Bit awkward that the bomb ends up landing in the fountain. Boomich had to get his feet wet, but couldn't even get the bomb down. And now Na'Vi will take the more conservative approach. They went for the force buy in the previous. They didn't necessarily need to do that, but they had such a big lead that they decided they were willing to take that risk. Now they don't have the same luxury. Couple of flashes bought by Electronic last second. Boomich drops a dig over to Simple, which I am always a fan of. If I was on this team, I would do the exact same thing. See if that Deagle can do anything, as Yakindar has already started his aggression down banana that we were expecting to see.
Oh, he hears the sound cue. I'll try and take Simple out. He obviously lets him know that he is down in banana, and that's confirmation to what they probably already assumed, that banana has been taken and compromised. And Simple will walk up to try and fight brackets. No one from VP really hanging around, giving them opportunities. You don't really want to be giving away any picks to the Deagles here for Na'Vi.
I like this from VP. Jump peek with the nades, and then you don't have to waste your nades until you know the players are coming. And now they're going to use them. Yakindar's just fighting, though. MP9. Oh, and the nade. combining for the kills on Banana, and that is exactly what Virtus.pro were hoping for.
Yeah, I'm loving the VP actually have a bit of an opportunity to stretch the legs here, right? Navi have just dominated them this entire map, so they've got a bit of a chance to build up some score line, and, well, Boomich somehow still wins the fight around the corner, finally locked out by Yakindar. And it's just Electronic on this Deagle. We don't really expect too much from Electronic here. He'll run up and try and get a bomb plant. That would be some money for Navi. He's looking for the aggressive play of Yakindar, trying to force the fight with a bomb plant. But it won't happen. The kill doesn't come through for Electronic, and it is 6 rounds for Virtus.pro. Now we get into a scenario where Navi, they can buy up into this. They will have a decent amount of utility. They'll get the rifles out, and Perfecto has taken the hit alongside Boomich to get themselves some extra utility. And over on the B stream, we've got FaZe Clan taking on Mouse Sports. You know, Carrigan playing against his old teammates, and, well, 13-7 up for FaZe Clan. It's a pretty good start for them over there on their map pick. If you're interested in following that, it's over on the B stream.
Here on the A stream, though, we've got our first gun round of the second half, and it includes 2 AWPs on the VP side. Buster taking that secondary sniper. Already seeing this utility from Na'Vi. They want to deny that aggression from Yakindar. They're using the molly at top Banana early. Further nade deployed, does a bit more damage. Yakindar's still sticking around, though. We might see that aggression come through. Spray, successful, but no kill. Eventually gets it, second time of asking, and Buster's come and helped out.
Yeah, Buster wall buying through a smoke. What more can you add? Maybe a no-scope, maybe some jumping action going there, but he's hit most of the boxes right there. And Bitten Electronic alongside Perfecto trying to turn this 3 versus 4 around, and James is not going to let them get away that easily. Electronic getting the trade kill, but Sanji peeks out from Cubby. It's all onto Perfecto. He's got an AK-47 now. Versus 3 players, 54 seconds left, and Yakindar is still on default, and it doesn't even matter. He doesn't even need to come into play as Sanji swings out from long and connects. Here go Virtus.pro, winning round after round. They're getting themselves in with a decent chance here to pull the comeback, at least making the scoreline look a little bit more respectable.
It's definitely a strength Yakindar has, is not just going for the aggression on Banana, but knowing how to line up those spams. Did the majority of the damage while blind initially before going back for it and finding Simple through the smoke. Now it's Na'Vi's turn to try and cause an upset here with only the pistols in this round. Got a good bit of utility to work with though, so you can't count them out. Molly goes into top Banana. No aggression allowed from Virtus.pro this time. Buster's going to hang around, but he's got to be careful. There's a chance they just pop through that smoke.
Oh, Buster. Clean and clinical. Good double kill for him. Drops back into second oranges. Now Perfecto. Gonna try and get into the Molotov. Perfecto get chunked up a little bit and now starts to run forward. It's gonna be Buster in second oranges looking for some sort of action with that AWP. It's a difficult spot to frike out when you've got the AWP in that situation, but Buster is landing the shots, and Perfecto now trying to take Yakindar out. He's finally done it. The low HP player is down, but getting this bomb plant is going to be extremely difficult. If they get it planted, then there's a chance for more damage and potentially even the round win, but as soon as these smokes fade away, it becomes much more difficult to get anything out of the round.
There is a chance VP start to second guess it though. Kickert's currently looking over on A, so they've at least taken one of the CTs out of the equation. Perfecto's actually jumped onto the site safely. Electronic swings and dinks down James while the bomb gets planted.
Yeah, this is really well done from Navi, even to get it into this situation, but
doable.
Close to the dink, not enough for the kill. Now it's Perfecto. And he get himself the clutch. First out to the left side of Sanji. Knows where James playing from, but that molly, he hears it coming in. He peeks out and gets it into the 1v1. What a play from Perfecto. The ace clutch comes in, and he finds every single player.
They were all low on health, but he hit them with headshots anyway. Even if they had their health, they would have been done for. Perfecto turns it into the 1v1 fight. Even when he's getting mollied out of position, he keeps his cool. He knows where that last man is coming from, and he even gets the initial kills to start the round. The ace from Perfecto lining up the pre-fire. He knows his angles. He knows the last man's from Banana. 2 headshots to close it, and Simple giving them some more claps. Well deserved.
You're getting the applause from Simple. I mean, he has really just seen his whole team step up today with their moments. 24-9 over for Perfecto. This is the performance you want to see out of Bit and Perfecto. If those two players can show up outside of the likes of Electronic and Simple, man, this Navi team become deadly if this can become consistent. Jim, he's going to be playing inside the site, but he's overrun. A quicker play here from Navi. Looking to pounce on the A side. The setup is not good enough to hold on for this attack. They're not ready for the fast pop. And Navi, they've got themselves onto the A site, and VP, they've got 3 players locked out of A.
A previous round win helped put Virtus.pro down to this weakened buy, this weakened investment. Maybe that's part of the reason why Na'Vi are just able to overrun A so easily. Maybe not the amount of counter utility they wanted. James clearly just didn't look ready for the players to come in so fast, though. Almost looked like he fell asleep for half a second and then realized, uh-oh, they've already closed the distance and I'm in trouble. 15 at the ready for Na'Vi. Nothing that VP can do about it. This has been a solid showing from the Na'Vi side. This is what we're going to get to see throughout DreamHack Masters. We could have a really exciting prospect on our hands. We've all been waiting for Na'Vi to make that breakthrough. And I don't think Virtus.pro have played to their best here, but this is still a really promising sign from the Na'Vi squad.
Series point for Navi. And Virtus.pro have come into this round limping with the weaponry that they've got. It's an M4A4 for Yekindar, for Mass, for Kicker. And of course, Jim. It's a quick play for Navi again, looking to break them, looking to break their backs and close this series. Electronic with the opening. Ooh, bit from Yekindar. This could work out, Hawker, but the play's coming into B, and that's the bomb. If Yekindar can drop the bomb, oh no, big problems now for Navi.
Not many nades for Yekindar, though. He has to just fight his way out of it. And Boomich is able to get him out of there. Simple still searching for that man on B, but they're going to run it back to A. Oh, and Simple's got the kill on the B site. It's only Jame left. They can come back B, and they've got this one in the bag. And Dinko, remember, the winner of this series gets to go up against Gambit. That is exciting. That gives us that matchup we now want to see.
Exactly right. Navi versus Gambit. You've got Navi looking strong. You've got Navi looking like this. This is where that matchup becomes very exciting because Gambit haven't really had much of a challenge today, have they? You know, I mean, they did in the best of 3. They got tested, right? But in the maps they would look comfortable on, they were closing them out convincingly. So I do want to see them up against Navi. Would be more so of a test for Navi at this point as well. Closed out 16-7. It's Simple with the headshot that closes it out. A big performance coming in from Navi. One that gets us